Hi everybody, this is Tsunami and I've got a new toy that I want to share with you here. Microsoft is getting ready to launch the new Surface Book 3, which means that it's a particularly great time to buy a Surface Book 2. What I have here is the 15-inch model and it has the GTX 1060 NVIDIA graphics card, which means that it will be able to play games and be able to do video editing really well. I like that this one has a fan in the tablet portion as well as in the base. Normally, when Microsoft refurbishes a product, they have it in a special refurbished box. This one looks like it might have been refurbished by Amazon, and it looks like it is coming in the original Surface Book 2 box itself, which I think is a little bit better for me as long as the unit is in good condition. All right, let's open this up and take a look. Oh, wow. And here we have it. We have the laptop right here. Just like you would find it normally in a new product, you can clearly see that this plastic around it has been opened before. That is because I did purchase this as a certified refurbished. We're going to check the unit to make sure it's in good condition. So far, it looks like it is in very good condition. And we've taken it out. Looks like the box is also in good condition here, which is always a good sign. We've got some documentation here. And this is going to be the power cable. We'll take a look at that here shortly. Taking a look at the power brick, it looks like it's in very good condition here. No signs of damage here. It looks like the pin that goes into and plugs into the Surface Book 2 here. There we go. It looks like it's in good condition too. Quickly taking a look around the device, it looks like we have so far no signs of any drops or damages or major spills. Let's go ahead and open up the device and see what kind of condition we see inside. Alrighty, looks like we've got that soft felt covering here. And here we have the keyboard deck. Everything looks like it's in immaculate condition here. There are no signs of damage. Even the screen so far looks like it is very, very clean. It looks like a mirror right now. It's not a fingerprint or smudge or any sign of anything on it. Screen looks vibrant and sharp, not showing any issues here, which is good. So while this computer is getting set up, I'm just going to mention to you that I am actually going to be replacing a Razer blade with this laptop. I had the first generation Surface Book, which was the 13-inch, the first device, and I replaced that one with a Razer blade because I wanted to be able to do more gaming and virtual reality. But now with VR, I've got a Oculus Quest, which is, I think, a great non-tethered experience. And this computer is an overall much better laptop than a Razer blade is. For example, this cover feels really, really good on the deck. It doesn't pick up fingerprints the way a black Razer blade laptop does. It has a far superior keyboard. I will say that the trackpad on the Razer blade is better because it's a little bit bigger, but this trackpad is fantastic. I'll usually be using a mouse when I'm using this 15-inch device. The screen is exceptional. I've got a touchscreen experience, and the webcam on this one is much better as well. I think that's particularly important nowadays when we're doing social distancing. We didn't realize that a good webcam would be important. If you've ever had to use the webcam on a Razer blade, it is a very painful experience. This one, on the other hand, I would say has the absolute best webcam of any laptop on the market right now. Taking a look inside the device manager, we can see that good day, we've got a Samsung solid state drive installed. That means we're going to have really fast read and write speeds. This drive is going to do a good job. We've got a 1 terabyte model here, so plenty of storage. So far, everything's working really, really great. I'm running some Windows updates, and once these are installed, I'll get back with y'all to let you know what I think. The overall design of the Microsoft Surface Book is still pretty good. The trackpad is small for today's standards, and those bezels are a little chunky by today's standards, but you're still getting a pretty nice looking, high quality premium device. A lot of the critics of this device will say that a 15-inch 2-in-1 is ridiculous, that no one should carry around a 15-inch tablet, and I'm honestly inclined to agree. However, I still believe that even if you never detach that screen, this is still an awesome, awesome laptop that does Windows really, really well. You can use the pen, you can ink, you can use the touch screen, and it gives you a really great Windows experience, and it has pretty good performance as well. Speaking of performance, I do want to tell you that I completely realize that the Razer blade that this is replacing gets better performance, seeing as how the tablet portion here has the processor, the RAM, and the storage. I know that and in such a very thin package here, I think it's very clear that it's going to have a tougher time managing than a big, chunky, heavier laptop, which is the Razer Blade. The Razer Blade also is using twice as much electricity in its processor than the U-series processor in this device. So I will be getting a little bit less performance. However, I do believe performance will still be fantastic. I'll still be getting over 60 frames per second in games at 1080p on medium settings, and I will be able to edit my videos as well. I might have to wait a few extra minutes for the render times, but for a much more comfortable and better laptop, I think that it is an acceptable trade-off. For productivity tasks, this laptop is pretty fantastic, but a lot of people might wonder, why not go with the 13-inch model? The 15-inch is so much of a larger device. Well, one of the reasons I'm going with the 15-inch for this one is that I won't be using this as like a travel or take with me laptop. It's really going to be a workstation that lives at the desk. I've got the ability to pick it up and take it with me if I want to, but overall it is there to stay at the desk and be able to give me a good performance and a good overall productivity experience as well. I'm also concerned about how the internals of the 13-inch device work. So for example, there's no fan in the top portion of the 13-inch model. This 15-inch model has a fan in here, in the top part, in this tablet portion, so that it can cool all of the internals here of the computer, namely that processor, a quad-core processor, and the storage, which is a fast storage. The bottom portion, the base here, also has a fan in it to cool the graphics card in here. And to me, that's a little bit better than having a 13-inch device with only one fan in the bottom portion to cool the graphics processor, but no fan in the tablet portion to cool an i7 quad-core processor and the storage. I believe that would be a little bit problematic, as it would get too hot and have to slow itself down. So I think that this is a good solution for someone who wants better performance from their machine overall. While the computer is running Windows updates, the fan inside the tablet portion is running. It's very faint, not very loud at all. And I think it's a good thing that it's running. It means it's keeping that processor and internal storage cool. The fans for the base portion are not running right now because I don't believe that we're using the graphics card. So here we have our workstation setup where the Surface Book 2 15-inch will live. It'll live mostly right here for me to get work done, working from home while we are stuck inside from social distancing, and to be able to do content creation here and play some games. We have docked the Surface Book 2 via the Microsoft Surface Dock. This is not the most reliable product you've ever seen, and you might have to get a replacement device from Microsoft the way I had to, but once they do replace it for you and you have updated its firmware, it does work quite well, and it is quite an elegant setup with a single cable connecting to your Surface Connect and charging the device, and also having some display options and a bunch of USB ports to use. This will come together quite nicely. So overall, I want to say that I believe that the Surface Book 2 is a fantastic productivity first device. It gives you the opportunity to have an excellent Windows experience with a great non-fingerprint capturing coding. That means it doesn't get dirty. An excellent trackpad. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it'll work great. You can use a mouse the way I am. It's got a fantastic keyboard, a great display. The bezels are a little dated, but honestly, they don't really bother me very much. It's nice to have a place to hold on to it if you're ever going to use the pen to sign a document on the screen or to use the touchscreen sometimes. There is a little bit of wobble on the display, but not significant, not that it is a deal breaker. And I believe that if you're going to use this as a performance machine, secondarily, something to, edit some 1080p video footage and to be able to play some games at 1080p medium settings on a gaming monitor like this one, I think that you will overall have a good experience. This will be replacing the Razer Blade for me. The Blade has been a fantastic computer. However, it is a very gaming first computer, meaning that all of the other aspects of computers come secondary, whereas this one is a Windows 10 computer first. It wants you to experience the ability to detach the screen, turn it around, use the touch display, use the pen, use it as a productivity device, and also be able to play games and do some video editing with its powerful graphics. Even if it's not as much as the Razer Blade, I think that overall this will be a great experience. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this run through of the Surface Book 2. With the Surface Book 3 launching very soon, I believe that the Surface Book 2 is an exceptional value. I don't believe you're going to get $1,000 more worth of fun and entertainment and productivity out of a Surface Book 3. I think that a Surface Book 2 will do more than well enough, and it is a good time to find a certified, refurbished, or a pre-owned device and save yourself a good amount of money when picking one of these up. As you can see, mine looks fantastic. This is Tsunami. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.